All right. We're back at it again. Welcome, everybody out there in Pens land. We're going to have game number 2 against Indiana Elite. This is a team that's in the Mid-Am district. Likely we'll see them in the Mid-Ams in March, I believe. Early March, mid-March, something like that. So Penguins won yesterday 4-2. I'd like to say that was the epitome of Christmas legs. You know, boys left a little in the gas tank, to say the least. Let's see if we can bounce back today. Play a more complete game. Get our feet moving a little bit. Starting goaltender is going to be McGinnis. Prior to us, the 11s played the Columbus Blue Jackets. They won handedly. I believe it was 7-0. They do play them again this afternoon. And the out-of-town scoreboard for the 12s played Columbus 2 games yesterday, won 4-3 and 2-1 in the second game in the afternoon. So good weekend for the Pens so far. The good news for the Penguins defenseman, Jake Starr. Jake Starr has a little shoulder injury from yesterday. I guess nothing, a little Advil and Tylenol didn't cure. And Dr. Flume, our resident orthopedic surgeon, checked him out. Said that he's good to go. So Jake Starr will be out there with Ofterhide, Emba, Zumabe, and Lavrov. I like this line, Zumabe, Lavrov, and Emba. They're a big, heavy line. They skate well. They make good plays together. See if they can get one early. But we're going to put 17 minutes on the clock. And again, we will have a ice cut halfway through the game. And here we go. Penguins win the first draw. Star has it. Star works it near side. Emba. There's the Zuma Bay, chops it in, chases. Indiana's going to pick it up behind the net. Rim it around. Zuma Bay is going to work it to Emba. I'm sorry, to Lavrov. He puts one tempted on net, goes wide. Indiana's going to pick it up in the neutral zone and push it to the corner. Star's going to chop it. Lavrov takes a big hit to get the puck out. He chops it to Star. Back over to Ofterhide. He's going to skate it out of the zone. Ofterhide's going to dump it in. He's going to make a line change. Villela jumps on with Julius. The Penguins make a line change in Harris. Julius chases. Indiana dislodges the puck from him. Penguins work it back to the neutral zone, but Indiana's going to dump it back in. It's going to go onto Julius's stick. Off the board. Emba hands it over. I'm sorry, that's Hold. Hands it over. Indiana comes back into the offensive zone. Goes wide. Shot that goes high and wide. Shot blocked by Lacoste. Behind the net, Villela. He picks it up. Works it nicely. The Hold to Paris. Got a little bit of space. Nice angle by the Indiana player. Paris puts it into the corner. Penguins make a line change on the backside. Frannis jumps on with Kelly. Penguins behind the net. Indiana's just going to rim it all the way around. Frannis is going to be unable to keep it in. Indiana's going to make a change. Puck just rolls off of Frannis' stick. Indiana player takes the worst of that one. Frannis makes a nice outlet pass to Gostick. Kelly picks it up. Back over to Gostick on the far side. Gostick throws it on net. It's gloved, but the officials whistle that one down. I'm joined by my lovely wife. She's here today. She did the up and back trip to Columbus. Well, 3 hours each way. Fortunate the weather was cooperative. And we will be in Rochester next weekend for the NEPAC. Kelly with a nice big body check. Indiana goes and fires one in. McGinnis blocks that out. And it hits the netting behind. Having a end zone face off. The Penguins next week. I will be there. As the 12s are going to Nashville, and my wife's going to take that trip. But next week, we will play the Chicago Reapers. We will play Mid-Fairfield. And another game against the New Jersey Rockets. So, Penguins. Work it up to Villela. Villela shoots it. Gostick. Over to Villela. Over to Real. Real had a couple yesterday. And Indiana chops it. Into the offensive zone. Real turns it over in the neutral zone. Indiana's going to pick it up. Ofterhide's going to be on it. Defensive lines are a little mixed up right now unless they made some changes. Shadish is out there with McFall. McFall pushes it just outside of the blue line. And it's offside. Neutral zone draw. Shadish is going to take it. Penguins lose it, and Indiana tries to dump it in to hit it off one of his players. Plays in front of the Penguins bench. Greenspan picks it up. Ooh, he gets high stick right in the throat, basically. No call. Indiana picks it up in the neutral zone. McFall pokes it by his man. He's got a chance. He's looking, throws it across. And I'm not quite sure why the whistle blew. Indiana goalie looks shaken up a bit. I guess they're going to say the net was off, and it was off by an inch. So Indiana goaltender, okay, just shaking the cobwebs out. We're gonna have an end zone face-off. Shadish going to take it. Three shots on net to one for Indiana. McFall has it, tries to put it on net, gets blocked. Greenspan throws a shoulder into the corner, and the Penguins battle. There's three Penguins over in the corner. They throw it back down. Greenspan tries to work out of it. Tries to hit McFall. Hits a skate. Ball taps it out to Star. Star's looking. Shoots. It gets blocked. Shadish gets dumped in front, but Indiana's going to pick it up. And they're just going to backhand it out. Live another day. Ofterhide's going to regroup. Go off to Shadish. Going to tap it in. And the Penguins are going to make a full line change. Emba on the forecheck. Greenspan gets a stick in. He fires it all the way around. And Zumabe's flying off the bench. Zumabe works it down to Emba. Indiana's going to pick that one up. Lavrov jumps on. He steals the puck. Works it to Emba. Zumabe works at it. Indiana's throwing a forward out into the neutral zone, kind of making it difficult for the Penguins defenseman to figure out who to cover. Julius hands it to Villela. He skates it in, and Villela fires it all the way around. Indiana picks it up, works it near side through the neutral zone. It's a Julius one-on-one. Does a good job of getting a stick on that play and works it nicely to Emba. He can't get it out. Indiana tries to work it in. Backhand shot save made. Rebound. And McGinnis has that one. Let McGinnis stay square. Finds the puck in his belly. Penguins change up. So Owen Lacoste will take this one. Kelly and Francis on the backside. Penguins lose it right to the Indianapolis player. And I keep saying Indianapolis. It's Indiana. Excuse me. Shot on net, save made by McGinnis. Now Paris jumps in for the draw. Paris wins it. Kelly skates it around his net. He wheels. Up the zone to hold. He backhands it in right on net. It's gloved. He's going to hand it to his defenseman. Try to work it up the wall. They do. Indiana's throwing that forward out, just kind of forcing the defenseman to honor him. Here comes Lacoste down the left side. Down low to Paris. Paris works 1-on-2. Works it nicely up to Francis. Back down to Paris. Paris slides it. Lacoste, oh, good shot. Lacoste right in that little soft area. Puts a hard shot on net. And that's saved by the goaltender of Indiana. Francis dumps it back in. He's playing catch here. That jumps over Francis. Sticks 2-on-1 going the other way. Here comes Clark. And he was offsides. Oh, what a mistake by Indiana. They had a 2-on-1. And the one player just offsides. So that was a mental error there. They had the opportunity. The puck just jumped over Francis And the Penguins dodged a bullet there. Indiana goes D to D. They dump it in. Star's going to be the first one on it. Relieves it for Ofterhide. Ofterhide gets hit, gets the puck up. Indiana has it. Hard shot. That gets blocked by Star. Shea one-hands it up the wall. Looks like Gossick's playing right wing. Shea's out there as well. He's a center. He's playing in the point position. Penguins. Shea leaves the zone with speed. He's going wide. Lowers his shoulder, tries to dip it in. And Indiana goaltender. Looks like he's hurt. He's grabbing his head a little bit. He hit the goalpost when Shea goes wide and cuts back to the middle. It doesn't appear there's going to be any penalties. 10:02 left on the clock. 5-5 shots. Pretty even match so far. Both teams with some scoring opportunities. JR going to take this face off. Looks like he's going to. I thought he was going to go forward with it. Indiana wins it, rims it all the way around. That's their exit play. Graylick dumps it in. Julius behind the net. Oh, he reversed him. This. Sorry to Rio. Good stuff. Good job by Rio to get a stick on that, and that puck just jumps into the netting behind the net. Shadish. He wins it to Villela. And Villela fires up the wall to McFall. He cuts in, enters the zone, hands it to Greenspan. Greenspan tries to get one on net. It gets blocked. Villela working the wall. Nice job by Shadish to cover defenseman spot. Greenspan in the corner, gets tangled up. Jumps to Villela. Works it up to McFall at the blue line. He's by himself. McFall enters the zone, cuts to the middle. It's a shot on net. That gets gloved. 9-10 left. Nothing real exciting right now. A couple chances for both teams. Nothing's gone in yet. It said, I think Indiana's got a little play where they're keeping it to a forward high, trying to like spread the defenseman out, making it a little easier for them to exit the zone. But as of now, Penguins Greenspan has it. Shot. That gets blocked. And Shadish tries for it. Indiana comes back on a 3-on-2 if they hurry. They go wide. Cuts to the middle on his backhand. Shot. Good block by Ofterhide. The Penguins get caught on a little 3-on-2. And the winger cuts to the middle. And Ofterhide with a great block. Keeping that shot off of McGinnis. Let's change up D. Frannis jumps out with Kelly. Kelly rims it around to Lavrov. Lavrov hits Emba, but jumps off of his stick. He's going to chase Zumube behind the net. 2-on-2 down low. Indiana just throws it all the way around again. Zumube is going to be the first one there, but a nice little chip play by Indiana to exit that zone. It should have been an icing. He was way behind the center red line, but no call. Brandis works it to Emba. Cross ice over to Lavrov. He's got some speed. Little time and space. Lavrov goes wide behind the net. He's looking. Throws it to the front. Off of I believe it was off of Emba's stick. Emba gets dumped. No call there. Wallace for Indiana. Dumps it in. Kelly. Works it near side to Emba. He's looking. Can't find anyone. He's just going to dump it in on net. It's going to go Into the corner. Lavrov tries getting one on that. He whiffs on it. Lacoste works out. Dumps into the corner. Villela's going to jump in and pinch. Paris. Villela leaves it over for Julius. Julius, nice little touch pass to Lacoste to enter the zone. Paris gets tangled up. He had a chance there if he'd good defensive play by the Indiana player, number 17. I can't read his jersey number. It's hard to read the jersey numbers on Indiana because of the colors are very similar. Julius works on his man. And Indiana's going to work at the Howe. It's going to jump in. Ooh, funny little bounce off the wall there. Lacoste up to Paris. Paris by himself, 1-on-3. Toe drags through, gets body checked. Two of the Indiana players just run into each other. No harm, no foul. Indiana comes back, but hold nicely on the back check. And he just dumps it back out to the blue line. Penguins are going to try to make a change. Hold's going to jump off. I think Gossick's going to jump on. Indiana in the corner. Ofterhide throws a little shoulder into him. Lacoste playing center position. Helps him. Indiana behind the net. Indiana tries working it to the middle. That goes out to the point. Shot. Good save made by McGinnis. One of those low shots on the ice. It's hard for a goaltender to pick that up sometimes. Gets into his butterfly. Indiana with some pressure here. Hard shot. Another save made. Rebound. Star. He just dumps it. It's going to be an icing call. But Indiana with a good shift. Put pressure on the Penguins. Got some point shots. McGinnis with a couple of good saves. And the Penguins were forced to ice. So Shea's going to jump out with Gostick and Real. So Indiana putting a little bit of pressure on the Penguins right now, taking a little advantage in the play. Yesterday, they didn't have a ton of offensive zone time. The goals they scored were mostly on rushes. Indiana tried to play a little slip play. Nice job by Kelly to read it, puts his stick on the ice, and blocks that cross ice pass. That's where the forward, here comes Shade, over to Kelly. It just rolled off the side of his stick. He was unable to get it in. Another one, Gostick. Now the Penguins have the offensive zone. Kelly works it to Gostick on half wall. Out to Kelly, puts it back in the corner. Shea shoulder checks. Tries to work it to Real. It jumps back out to Frannis, down to Gostick. Tries going behind the net. Gostick gets run over, but he makes a play. Puck jumps out to Kelly at the point. Kelly pulls up. Shot. That doesn't make it through. Indiana can exit the zone. They finally do. Kelly's going to pick it up, work it to Frannis. Penguins are going to need a line change here. 4:45 left in the period. Jumps to Real. Real leaves it for Shea. Some new forwards and new defensemen out. Wallace loses puck in the neutral zone. And Indiana can't enter the zone. Nice job by Real. Julius reverses to Villela. He's able to exit the zone. Nice job by Tino. Work it to the middle. Here comes Villela skating in. Villela, I guess he tried a little pass off a pad to Greenspan. Fall jumps out. And Shadish is there. Good job by Julius to... Oh, watch out. Shadish almost turns it over to a forward. Indiana's just going to throw one to the corner. It's going to come all the way around to McFall. He's got a second to exit the zone. Works it to Shadish, gets his stick tangled up. Penguins just couldn't get a defenseman. So good job by Julius there to try to skate that one out. He needs to exit. That puck's got to get out. Jumps to Lavrov. He rims it all the way around. Ofterhide's going to pick it up. He can't get off. And Penguins finally exit the zone. Lavrov just puts it to the corner. Julius gets off. Star jumps on. So does Emba. Up the middle. And Indiana's going to skate it out, make a nice little pass cross ice. They're going to enter the zone. Going to dump it in against Star. Probably a little apprehensive with that shoulder. I don't know if I'd go throwing a bunch of body checks if I was Jake today. Zumabay hands it up to Ofterhide. He goes to the middle. He gets rubbed out. Ofterhide playing the forward position. Lavrov covering his spot nicely. Indiana can't get it out. Emba over to Zumabay. Shot save made. Indiana's just content with dumping it out. It's going to be on Star's stick. Star works it to Kelly. Kelly hits Emba. He just missed that pass. 2:08 left in the period. Indiana just turns the puck over. Hard shot by Emba right over the net. Rannis is going to flip it back in. Penguins are going to get a line change on the forward side. Indiana's going to play catch. They work at near side. The Rosado. Rosado tries to make it. Nice pick by Lacoste. He enters the zone. Goes wide. He's moving his feet. Lacoste tries to get one on that. He does. Stopped. Rebound. Big Frannis works it to Lacoste nicely. Goes cross ice over to hold. All the way around to Paris. Paris loses that puck. We're somehow able to regain possession. He works it out to the Lacoste, goes cross ice to Paris. Paris shot. He just missed. But Paris had the whole far side of that net. He just missed a post to the right. Penguins with some sustained pressure. Kelly. He gets hit by Rosado. And it just jumps back to the neutral zone. Frannis is going to pick it up, work it to hold. Hold smartly gets it in and gets a line change. Penguins D is going to change up. There's 38 seconds left in the period. Real. And it's going to be nice and call. Real was trying to hit Gostick, I believe. And it was just out of his reach. So after one period, almost 29 seconds left, Penguins out shooting Indiana 14-10. Penguins had some offensive zone time. Indiana's had some offensive zone time. So it's pretty even so far. The Real's going to take the draw after the icing call. Real. Indiana wins it, sort of. Ofterhide and Star. Real's there. Star at the point. Gostick's going to pick it up. It just jumps over the blue line. Gostick over to Real. Real tries to get a shot off. He can't. Indiana's just going to chip it to the wall. There's 3 seconds left. And the Penguins are going to be scoreless along with Indiana the first period. And Coach Jerry, we have a little talk with the boys. So we'll take a minute here and we'll be back at puck drop. All right. We put another 17 on the clock. Scoreless game so far. Penguins with a little advantage in the shots. I'd say it's pretty even, like I said. In gameplay, Penguins maybe add a little bit more ozone time, but grade A scoring chances, I'd say it's pretty even. And here we go. Shadish takes this neutral zone draw. Indiana wins it. Cross skates it in. Shot off of Star's leg pad. McFall's going to dump it in. He's going to chase. Fall will be the first one there. He wins that battle. Nicely leaves it for Greenspan. Greenspan gets tangled up. Tried to work it to Shadish, and he couldn't. Puck jumps back out to the neutral zone. Star has it. And they're going to call that offsides. Okay. Indiana wins that draw. Go D to D quickly. We go back to the D partner. And in the middle, just jumped off the stick of Wallace. Up to Zumabe. Zumabe with some speed. Tries to dip to the middle. Behind the net, puck's sitting there. Lavrov with it. Works it out to Ofterhide. Back down to Lavrov on his backhand. Tries to throw across ice over to Emba. I'm sorry, over to Zumabe. Ofterhide to Lavrov, a little backhander. Works it to Zumabe. And he throws it to the middle. Ofterhide was expecting him to work it to the point, but further out. And it just jumps past his stick. Zumabe chops it up. And Yang goes D to D. You work it up the wall. Jump back in. It's an onside play. Julius jumps out. Star still stuck out there since the beginning of the period, so he needs a change. Been out there for almost 2 minutes. Julius gives it to McGinnis. Now Villela jumps on. Say Indiana's probably been a little more successful on the face-offs than the Penguins. See if Haas can win this one. He does. It's to Julius. It's a little set play over to Hold. It's going to just miss the net. So Hold had it on his stick. He was looking for a pass up the middle and just missed the player. And it's going to be an icing call on the Penguins. Cost again. Indiana's going to win it. It's going to go to the corner. Villela working it. Battling in the corner. I'm just bouncing around. The Penguins hold. He's going to gain it. Works it over to Lacoste Paris. Nice little chip pass. Shot. Good save made. Paris pulls up in the corner. Lacoste. Lacoste from from a bad angle. And it squeaks under the arm of the goaltender of Indiana. And the Penguins take a 1-0 lead. I bet the Indiana goalie wants that one back. Those aren't usually ones that go in. But basically a shot from the right hash mark. And the Penguins break the tie. Owen Lacoste. The Penguins. Ooh. Hemba. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Shea. Somebody shot him. He just fell right down. But might have a little tape on his stick or on his skate. Oh, that's a fortunate bounce. Hits a referee. Here comes Indiana. Shot and oh, geez. Hopefully he's okay. All right, good. And they're going to say it's an offside call. Indiana getting a little chippy. We're going to have a face-off in the neutral zone. Real Gostick and Shea. Kelly works it to Frannis. It's between his legs. Frannis chips it up the wall. It's going to exit the zone. It's not going to be nice. And Gostick's going to be flying on that one. Kelly picks it up as a point. Works it to Real. Real goes on his backhand. Gostick's just going to rim it back around. Indiana's going to play catch, but they're going to reverse it to Gostick. Gostick loses in his feet. He's going to throw it back around for Shea. Shea is a new addition to the team. I believe he's from Quebec. So, yeah. Got ourselves a French Canadian. Real nice pass over to Gostick. Back to Real. Oh, just out of his reach. Penguins picking up the pace. Real working hard on this shift. After I made a nice play to keep the puck in there. Could have gone the other direction, but nicely done by him. Star works it up to Shea. To McFall. Tries back and Ofterheide puts his backside into it. Cycles it down low, but it's going to be an Indiana player that picks it up. Good cross ice, but nice back check by Greenspan. He enters the zone. Puck's just bouncing around on him. Shadish is going to pick it up behind the net. Ooh, he gets hit hard, but he keeps chugging. Indiana's just going to fire it out and be content with an icing call. The ice is tilted a little bit for the Penguins after the goal by Lacoste. See if the Penguins can get the next one. Puck's bouncing around. Indiana's going to pick it up. They're going to rim it all the way around. Villela is going to be in a good position to pick that pass off. Behind the net, Shadish pulls up. And it jumps out to Villela. Villela goes deep. Behind the net. Fall working on it. And Shadish works it to Villela. Hits a skate. Penguins good pressure here. Greenspan picks it up. Ooh, McFall gets shoved from behind, and that's going to be a penalty. Don't know if it's going to be a 5-minute or a 2 and a 10. Rosado is going to spend at least 2 minutes in the box. And they're going to give him a 2 minutes for a rough. Two minutes. All right, Penguins power play unit jumps on. Paris, Azumabe, Shea, Real, and Ofterheide. Real taps it back to Ofterheide, sets it up at the top of the circle. Azumabe comes in, shot that goes wide. Jumps right to Shea. Shea and Ofterhide play catch. Shea's looking. Slides it back over to Ofterhide. Back to Shea. Just jumped over his stick, but hits Paris in the corner. Paris works it to Shea. They go cross ice over to Zumabay. Zumabay works it to Ofterhide. Walks in. Tries to get it to the net. It gets blocked. And Indiana's just going to dump that one down. Ofterhide's going to work it up to Zumabay. They're going to play catch. Indiana puts a little pressure on them, slows things down a little bit. Leaves it for Real. Throw it across to Paris. He gloves it out of the air. He sets it up at the half wall. Zumabay, tried to work it to Ofterhide, but it came out of the zone. Penguins going to have to regroup. Over to Real. Real and Shea don't communicate very well. Lavrov picks it up. Lavrov over to Real. Hard shot. That gets blocked up front. They rim it around. Emba slows it down. Indiana's playing a box penalty kill here, not the diamond that you normally see. Emba walks in on his backhand. It rolls to the net. Emba can't make that pass to Kelly. Back up to Kelly and Lacoste. Lacoste comes in, cuts to the middle. And Lacoste just hands it right over to Indiana. They got a little bit of speed going the other way, but it's not going to be any danger there. Indiana's just going to play catch in the corner, kill the rest of the penalty off. And it just jumps on. Actually, it jumped on McGinnis's stick, but I thought he was going to cover and get a whistle. We didn't. So we got a little 3-on-1 going the other direction. Indiana with Villela on his backhand shot. Good save by McGinnis. The Penguins dodge another bullet there. They had a terrible line change, leaving Villela on a 3-on-1 going the other direction. And fortunately, McGinnis comes up with a big, big save and keeps us a 1-goal game. Penn's only up 1-0. A couple mental errors there on that shift. In the second period, it's a long change, but you just got to know when your shift's over, you got to put it in the corner and go make a change. So no harm. 9:11 left. We're going to be probably another 2 minutes, and then we're going to have an ice cut. Indiana's going to gather that one in. Shot, that goes wide. McFall's going to skate it out. He's going to try to go cross ice. They're not going to be an icing play. Greenspan's going to be on it. Out to McFall. He gets tangled up. Indiana's going to go the other direction. Villela tops it over to Shadish. Nicely to Greenspan in the middle. Could be a little dangerous here. Indiana going wide. Clark. And the puck stolen by Julius. He chops it up, and Villela's going to pick up that 60-degree wedge. Penguins, Greenspan. Harris with it. Harris can't enter the zone because he was offside. Lacoste, and he doesn't get it all the way in. But these are just errors that can't happen for the Penguins. I mean, we knew we needed a line change there. And we're going to have an ice cut here. We'll see you back in about 15 minutes. Penn's up 1-0, 7. All right, my apologies. All right, we're back now. Nothing's really happened in the last 3 minutes. Penguins did have a power play. Well, Penguins working in the near wall here, Indiana. Nobody can really gather the puck in. Jumps all the way over to Julius. Reverses the off. I'm sorry, to Valella. Works it up to Julius. Julius got a little bit of time and space. He skates in. Behind the net. He gets rubbed out. Fall behind the net. Julius is going to keep playing forward. He wins the puck. Kelly gets it. Puts it on net. It goes in. Greenspan in the corner. Kelly, top of the circle. To Frannis. Shot deflected. Save made. Rebound. That goes wide. Puck jumps to Kelly. Works it to Frannis. Penguins are making a little bit of a line change. They throw it across. Here comes Lacoste with a little bit of time and space. Here comes Lacoste by himself. Oh, nice job by the goaltender. Indiana just to poke the puck away from Lacoste. He can't get a shot on net. He had a chance to go in and score. Oh, Penguins had an opportunity there. Harris steals the puck. It's going in on a 2-on-0 over to Lacoste. Oh, great save by Indiana. I told you this goaltender is playing unbelievable today. Penguins went in on a 2-on-0. Paris played catch with Lacoste. And Indiana goaltender gets the leg pad out and keeps it out. Frannis just absolutely tattoos that kid. So Frannis thrown around the body. He kind of fumbled the puck a little bit, but made up for it with a huge body check at the blue line. Lumave is going to take the face off to the right of McGinnis. Penguins win it. Ofterhide's going to pick it up. Star gets dumped from behind. The Penguins exit the zone. Rosada fires it back in. Star's going to pick it up. Going to chip it up the wall to Lavrov. Indiana picks that off. They try to throw it out front. They can't. Indiana to the slot. Ooh, tries for a shot, and he just whiffed again. He throws one in. It gets deflected wide. Good pressure here on Indiana. Rosada comes in. Shot. That goes wide. Yeah. Penguins aren't on a penalty kill. I'm not sure why they're playing so passive. Puck jumps around. Zumube should be able to gather this in and work it to Emba. He does to Ofterhide. Tries to work across ice. It's going to be an icing call on the Penguins. It doesn't touch Slavrov's stick. So good shift by Indiana. Really great save by the goaltender earlier to keep this a one-goal game. As of right now, he's the #1 star in my book. He's faced 26 shots. Good shots, too. And he's kept the puck out. The Penguins change it up. Real's going to take the face off. He's going to lose it. Indiana's going to have it. Work it. Far side shot. McGinnis kicks that aside. It's kind of like a little floater change in direction. Gostick throws it wide for Real. Real kind of tangles his man up. Shea's behind the net with him. Shea just throws it to the middle. Villela works it down low to Gostick. Rims it all the way around to Shea nicely. Over to Real and slot. He didn't get all that one. He had the chance. That's kind of how he scored yesterday on the power play. Julius works it over to Gostick. And Gostick just fires it down the ice. Going to be the end of the period. So after 2, Pittsburgh Penguins 1. Indiana 0. Okay. Last 17 minutes of the period. If you're just joining us, Penguins are 1. Indiana 0. Penguins defeated them yesterday 4-2. Been less penalties today, so Penguins haven't had as many power play opportunities. All right, face off. Indiana picks it up. Try to work it off the wall. It's going to be an icing call. A little Stevie Wonder in the background. All right, Realsy on the face-off. And Indiana wins that one. Indiana dumps it around, but Real's going to pick it up. He's going to work in the corner by himself, 1-on-2. Dumps to Shea. Works it across after idea. Oh, after really great play. Nice pass over to JR. Fry had the chance to fire it, but he made a nice play. Work it right to Real. And the Penguins take a 2-goal lead. Must have been my singing, Nick. Smart play by Ofterhide. Hits Real standing. What a one-timer. Penguins. Greenspan works it to the point man. Up to McFall. Penguins working around the corner. Shea's going to pick it up behind the net. I'm sorry, that's Shadish, not Shea. He loses it, works across ice over to Indiana. It's not going to be an icing call. Brandis going to pick it up. Brandis on his backhand. The Penguins kick it. Oh, geez. Penguins kick it to the neutral zone. Yeah, like 2 chances to go on a breakaway. We missed on both. Greenspan's going to pick it up. He's looking. Tries to throw it to McFall, and the goaltender for Indiana is going to grab that one. So on the goal, Ofterhide walks down Main Street. He has the chance to shoot. He slides a pass over to Real, and Real just buries it. It's his 3rd goal in 2 games. So Daddy Real was telling me he got another shooter tutor with some smaller holes. That must be it. Indiana dumps it to center. And they just put it in the corner. They go work. Brandis going to be the first one on it. Indiana tries to work it to the middle. They don't. Lacoste has it. Slides it over to Hold. Hold. Hard shot. And that's corralled by the goaltender. Harris. Now Indiana wins that. Excuse me, got the sneezes. Works it to Lacoste. Use it for Villela. Down low to Paris. Tries to work it across. Can't. Indiana's going to pick it up. Julius has it. Slides it over to Villela. Up to Paris. Penguins transition well into the offensive zone. Paris gets kind of tangled up there. Again, it's a 1-on-2, but Lacoste has it. Lacoste works it across the hold, and Paris with a chop. He just chops it. It just jumps over. I think it hits the top of the post and jumps on top of the net. Villela finds it. He fires it back in. It's not going to be an icing. Penguins going to make a line change. Lacoste is still out there on the forecheck. Lavrov's line jumps out. It's a stick. Star has it. Leaves it for Emba, and Ofterhide's going to pick it up. Slides it over to Emba. He's got a little bit of an angle here. Hard shot, good save made. Goes wide. I thought the goaltender had it. Star battles behind the net. He wins that. Works it up the wall to Zumabay. He gets tangled up. Zumabay works it up to Kelly, but Kelly was just changing and he didn't have a chance to get up to the blue line yet. Brandis going to work it over to Lavrov. He's going to cut to the middle. This is textbook Lavrov. He just got those quick little hands and he's able to just kind of dart in and out where you think you got a beat on him and you just don't. Indiana with it. Here they come. Hard shot. Good block by Kelly. It hits a skate. Nick to Zumabay, and Zumabay is going to dump it in. He's going to make a change with Emba. Lavrov could be the first one on. He is, but Indiana pumps the puck off of him. Real's gonna hand it to Shea. Hard shot high over the net. Shea gets chopped down, no call. Indiana can't get it out. It's going to jump right on Shea's stick. He goes cross ice over to Real. And Indiana goaltender gloves that. A good shift by that line. Change back. Defenders, Real wins that one. Over to Shea. Throws it in just through the skates of Gostick. Ofterheid anticipates it, finds it in the corner. Rolls out of it. Works it up to Shea. And jumps back on the Ofterheid stick. Ofterheid was getting cute at the blue line. Fortunately, it didn't go the other direction. Penguins have men back. Shot on net. Oh, there's Mr. Ben. Ben, you got all your stuff, buddy.
I don't like this side of the rink. It's harder to set up. Not as much space to really do that.
So we got the one, the only Ben Reeling. Gonna be doing the broadcast for the 09s after this game. Penguins, Badish. Well, we'll give the win to the Penguins on that one. McFall's able to corral that one in, works it over to Greenspan. He tries a shot, that gets blocked. Indiana's gonna exit the zone and skate it. Stick by Star, but it pops onto the Indiana players. Hard wrist shot, that goes in. Number 8 for Indiana Elite buries that one. Makes it a 1-goal game. It's not over, Nick.
No, come on.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Where'd my foam go? I dropped it.
Drop where?
My foam. I don't know. We'll find it. I lost my foam, Ben.
Well, I noticed you lost someone else there. This is such a high-tech setup. But this one.
Penguins up by 1 in the offensive zone. They dump it to the corner, and Indiana's going to be the first one on it. They work it cross ice. Julius going to pick it up. He's going to slide it back around. And it's going to jump on the net. McGinnis is going to glove that one. And we'll find it afterwards. Anyway.
Buddy. Going fresh for Nashville, huh? I'm excited. Yeah.
All right, Penguins are guilty of an icing call. Offensive zone draw for Indiana.
Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. I meant to say yesterday that the first game's a different YouTube. Are you on Griffin?
All right, a little debris on the ice. The official picks it up, and we're ready to go. Lacoste loses it. Shot. That gets blocked. Lello mishandled that one. Jump to the front of the net.
Professional setup. Yeah, now I'm kind of jealous. I know what the big time looks like.
We got the infamous Christian Karbler behind me, the coach of the 12s. He gets to deal with our kids.
You have a second headset.
He has to deal with our kids.
I got the crystal.
And the Penguins win it. Over to Hold. He's going to skate wide with speed. Indiana's going to chase him. Costing Paris. And Penguins play conservative there. And that was not offside. I don't know what he was seeing there, but Penguins are going to make a line change. .10:53 left in the game. Pens up 2-1. Indy scored a goal a few minutes ago to make it a 1-goal game. Oh, nice little backhand play. Great play. It slips through. I believe Lavrov will get that one.
I didn't even get it in right.
Lavrov pokes it between the legs of the goaltender for Indiana. And makes it 3-1. And Zumabay loses that draw. Indiana works it up.
It's easier for me to go out.
Let's cross. Oh, it's almost a little unfortunate bounce. That puck's going to be out of the reach of Emba. Indiana's just going to fire it down, but it's going to hit the net, so it's not going to be an icing call. Ofterheide leaves it for Starr. It's just out of his reach, but it jumps to Zumabay. He goes cross ice. If Ofterheide just bit a bad piece of ice, he fell. Lavrov works hard behind the net. And Zumabay is going to pick it up in the corner. He's going to cycle down low. Lavrov pokes it to Ofterheide. Ofterheide gets it on net. And things are getting a little testy. Little testies. Gostik's going to take this face up. And Indiana is going to win that one. They're going to rim it all the way around. Franis can anticipate it, but it's going to jump through, and Shea's going to pick it up in the Penguin zone. Leaves it for Kelly. Kelly lead it. Watch out. Oh, a little bouncing puck, a little redirection from the Indiana player, and McGinnis gobbles that one up.
My jamming you up. You want some snacks?
Gostik's going to get waived. Real was jumping the line. Penguins win it over to Kelly. He can't gain possession. Gostik's going to chop it around to Franis, over to Kelly. Up to Real. Nice little slip pass over to Gostik. Tried to go. Puck just bouncing around. Indiana can't gather it in. Penguins do. Real over to Shea. He cuts to the middle. I'm going to say no penalty. Shea was kind of toe picked a little bit. And Real has just been a one-man wrecking crew on this shift. Julius tries to pick it up. And Indiana fires it in on McGinnis, and he gloves it.
Cleveland is one of the top two center guys. It seems like that.
All right, face-off lost again. Indiana tops it in. Had a funny bounce off the dasher. Wella battles. Walks in shot. That doesn't make it. Wella works it over to Julius. Nicely up to Greenspan. And slides it across to McFall. McFall, hard shot. And that's gathered in by Indiana's goaltender. 8:15 left. 3-1 Pens. Shadish. Shadish gets waved. Green. Looks like McFall is going to take it. I would take it as a lefty over here. McFall loses it. Indiana's going to pick it up. Rim it back around. It's going to go all the way to Villela. He's going to work it to Julius. Julius works it up to McFall. It hits his stick and goes in. Indiana just fired around again. Tino hands it to Julius. Up to McFall. They make a line change smartly. Got to take the changes when you can. Try to go cross ice to McFall. Is picked off by the Indiana player. They're going to throw it up the wall where it's going to be corralled by Greenspan. Indiana's just going to throw it back up. It's going to be one-on-one against Star. Indiana pulls up, slides it to the defenseman. He works in. He walks down the slot. Hard shot. I think I hit a piece of something and went wide. Off to hide behind the net. Shadish works it to McFall. He gets hit. Hard shot. Oh, that good save by McGinnis. Ofterhide picks up the loose change. Exits the zone. Finds Lacoste near side. Lacoste cuts to the middle. Leaves it for Ofterhide. Ofterhide walks in. Shot. Good save made by the goaltender for Indiana. Holds in the I formation behind Paris. Tries to slip it through Paris. Works it up to Ofterhide. He can't keep it in. It was bouncing around. Gold works across ice to Paris nicely. Throws it around the net to Lacoste. Lacoste by himself. Oh, good little tic-tac-toe play over to Paris. He gets knocked over, but I like the attempt and play. Hold. What a back check. Man, he was flying. Ball, a shot. Oh, good save made. Rebound. Oh, Lacoste. Lacoste probably should have taken a penalty there. He kind of went out of his way to hit the guy up high. Hard shot goes just wide. Puck's bouncing around. Indiana has it right in front. Save mate, rebound, and McGinnis gloves that one. Somebody's going to take a penalty here. And I don't think it's going to be good for the Penguins. McGinnis is in there shoving. So we'll see what the officials figure out. I have a feeling the Penguins are going to be shorthanded, but we'll see. No, nothing. No penalties. Not a call.
I like it.
I'll take it. I would have bet money the Penguins would have taken something there. Lacoste was throwing haymakers. McGinnis was firing. And it comes out. It comes out of the zone. So, defenseman for Indiana jumped down low. And as soon as they do that, penalty goes in a neutral zone. Penguin Zuma gets kicked out. Lavrov loses that one. Franis has it. Franis dumps it in. I don't understand why people try and hit him. They usually take the worst of it. Zuma comes in and he gets it onto his forehand, just goes wide, it's thrown across. Emba's going to pick it up. Emba slides it to Zuma. He's by himself in the corner. Oh, nice little play out to George. Somebody whacked it out there. It's going to be a high sticking call, but the Penguins are going to dodge that bullet. The Lavrov, I believe, whacked that out of the air with a high stick. Indiana just picks it up and fires it down the ice. There's 5:25 left. Penguins up by 2. Shots according to the scoreboard, 32 for the Penguins, 23 for Indiana. Penguins lose another face. It's just a common theme. Penguins were able to regain possession. Shea behind the net. Dostik, he blows a tire, falls down. Indiana's going to pick it up, work it near side. Be across ice. They're going to say no icing. Indiana's going to be the first one that picks it up, slides it in. Shot, that goes wide. And that hits the netting behind the Penguins. Officials, he's chirping it. Yeah, he's chirping it, Franis.
All candy.
All candy. You know, coming from somebody whose profession is mine, I don't know that I.
Exactly. Now Tanner believes that he doesn't brush his teeth all that often.
Tanner or George doesn't brush his teeth. Yeah. Indiana with it. They set up the power play. First power play of the game. Indiana works it. A little more aggressive penalty kill. Indiana plays around with it behind the net. It jumps out to Wallace. Indiana works it back to Wallace. Shot, that almost hits something and goes in. That goes wide. Indiana picks it up. Oh, that should be a hooking call there. It is. Big Star got hooked. Unable to shoot the puck down the ice. It's going to be an even up call. So we got a hooking call. It evens it up. Penguins will be on a brief power play for 41 seconds. So we'll play a little 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 19, and the Penguins will have a power play. And Star gathers and then works it Ofterhide. Ofterhide's going to throw it in. It's going to get dumped around, and Indiana goalie's going to reverse it. And Shea with a little bit of open ice. He tries to work it, but it just jumps on Paris' stick. He goes in 1-on-3. Paris. Works it to Ofterhide. With Paris. Can't win that battle, but Shea's going to pick up the loose change. Harris leaves it for Ofterhide in the corner. Hard shot on net, and that gets gloved. 35 seconds left in the penalty. Ofterhide slides it down to Lacoste. Over to Ofterhide. But Kelly. Kelly bites it. Indiana's going to pick it up, and it's just going to exit the zone. And 15 seconds, Penguins are going to be on a power play. Kelly with it. Kelly goes over to Lacoste. 40 seconds on the Penguin power play now. Jumps off of Kelly's stick, hits him in the leg. Wasn't the easiest pass to corral. Amba pulls up. He turns the puck over. Indiana's got a chance against Kelly. Comes in. Gets a stick on him nicely. 8 seconds left. Penguins going to be on even strength here. Indiana has it at the point. They throw it to the net. Lavrov has it. What a good shot. Save made by McGinnis. Penguins are being a little lackadaisical right now with 2 minutes left. You might expect a goaltender pull here. Bostic works it up. Lavrov and Lacoste. Penguins keep it low. Jumps off Lacoste's stick. He just throws it to the middle. Villela over to Lacoste. And that's just fired down. It's going to be an icing call. One minute and 20 seconds left. Penguins up 3-1. I would imagine Penguins don't keep the puck in this end. Indiana's going to put it in the Penguin zone and pull the goalie. Worked wide. Works to Villela. Zumabay has it. He just chops it back in. Indiana goes wide. Watch out. Shot. That goes wide. Jumps to Villela. I'm sorry, to Julius, and then he chops it up. Real's going to pick up the loose garbage. Works it over to Shea on his backhand. 44 seconds left. And it jumps up to Star. Star works it down low. That's rimmed all the way around. Zumabay works on the wall. And the puck jumps to Ofterhide's stick. Zumabay works it across the Real. Real goes on his backhand, throws it on net. Indiana's going to toss it to the corner. 15 seconds left. They work it all the way across. And the puck works to the middle. 4 seconds left. Hold. He holds it. And that's it. After 3. Penguins 3. Indiana 1. And we'll see you next weekend in beautiful Rochester, New York. See y'all.